What's up, bro?
Man, let the people know what is your name and where are you from?
G Herbo from Chicago, man. The east side of Chicago, 79th Street, 79th Essex, better known as Terrytown. I'm here with my brother, man. My brother, a long time brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Hustle, big hustle. This one of the dudes who really I can say like been there and saw my entire journey from like start to finish. Like finish line, you know, you like this, you got the gun for you, bah! Like he was there when the motherfucker shot it and took off.
For sure. So I know it's a long day. What is a typical day for Herb?
You know what's so crazy you saying that, bro? Cause my days are I'm such a routine nigga, bro. I done ate the same restaurant this week 5 times. That's how you know I'm so much of like a routine type of guy. But like a normal day for me, I get up, I wake up at about 9 o'clock. I get up, I brush my teeth, I smoke, talk shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I might get in the shower around 11 noon. I'm out making my daily runs, doing shit I gotta do. Probably in the studio by 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I'm in the studio from literally 5 o'clock until maybe 5 in the morning the next day. And I go home and do the same thing again, literally. So it's like I may go out, make my runs, me and my girl go have lunch. That's what I try to do. And before I go to the studio, go take my girl to either a store, go have lunch, chill with her a day. I go right to work at night. Like this shit, it'd be crazy. Like how my life is just transitioning from what it used to be to this. It's shit crazy.
So you talk about having that set schedule. Where would you say that the creativity, one, to have that schedule, but where does your creativity overall come from? To know, yeah.
My creativity overall come from like my lifestyle. I think just me doing shit and having fun, experiencing shit. Like the more shit I do that has to do with like me being an artist, rapping, spending money and shit, it inspired me to talk about it through my music. Cause my life never really I never really fathomed my life to be on this level that it is. Cause it's like it's cool, artists, we make money and shit, but it's like my shit getting to a level where it's like I really could build generational wealth and do a lot of shit. So I just get my inspiration from doing that. You feel me? Just being able to conduct my business on a day-to-day basis and seeing the shit and seeing where it's growing. And I gotta start having fun more, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really travel. Like I need to go travel and see the world and shit, so I get inspiration from that. Cause like, don't get me wrong, artists I get inspiration from like my older peers and shit, like maybe a Meek or something like that. Being around Fab as much as I do now, I get a lot of inspiration from him. But like I don't seek that from the outside world or like see what other people doing and get inspired by it. I be like I'm so blessed to find self inspiration. Like everything that I get inspired by got to do with my actual lifestyle. You feel me? So that shit be really like it's hard to me. It make me want to do more shit because when I'm down, even though like we from Chicago, but we from the crib, we from over east, we take on like adversity and so much shit so cool where it's like you'll never know if we stressing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like even when I do find myself stressing, it's like natural shit that I just take on and don't even know I'm stressing. So my music be like that when I'm talking this painful shit, the serious shit. I get inspired by my life and what I'm seeing on a day to day, what I'm feeling, witnessing, and shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I'm able to have 2 different herbs. It's all self-inspired shit. It's what I'm feeling at the moment when I'm feeling down or feeling like that. That's the kind of music I make. And then the other shit just be like me actually living in my reality. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. And it's crazy, like to know, like I think I met you when you were like 15 or 16. So like to even hear you say that, like it's insane to actually like hear you talk about the growth of what happened. So to kind of like reel into the next part, what is it like, or I'll say this, how is being from 78th at Essex, or 75th technically, but 79th, how has being from 79th in Essex, in that area in general, how has that shaped the person that Herb has grown into and is growing into from from G Herbo, from Lil Herb to Swervo to G Herbo to where we at now?
being from over east, man, 78th, and you know what I'm saying, even like Terrortown, East Side in general. Like I'm from 75th, just like you said, just as much as I am from 79th Street. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from that entire area. I'm from the East Side of Chicago, 75th through 79th, 71st. I done been all through those blocks. You know what I'm saying? So, um, like I think it has like everything to do with who I am. I would say because it's like I think me being from over there and the stuff that I've been through, all the situations, the circumstances, and everything I had to overcome, I think it got me prepared for like the real world. It gave me like a dose of reality coming from where I come from. I started to witness like murders and experience trauma and a lot of shit, and it just gave me my style, my confidence, my swagger, me being fearless, like you know what I'm saying, not being if I'm able to go out in the streets in a war zone where people dying and risking their life, and I'm out there fearless, I could use that same fearlessness in this industry, in this business, and go on and take on the world and go really close these big deals, and go talk to these people, and you know what I'm saying, kind of show them I'm able to articulate myself in a way, because that's like a battle when you battling with somebody that don't even think you can articulate yourself as a young man or artist or a businessman, a boss, any of that. You know what I'm saying? And you really having to show these people that I can and I will and I am gonna do that. That's a battle itself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that got me prepared for this, and it's like 100% like a give and take kind of thing, because like me going being in the hood, I thought I was gonna be able to be in 79th and Essex my whole life. I thought I was gonna be able to be over there and make whatever money I was gonna make, be hood famous, and be comfortable and happy being just there. So now that I'm here, and life is like, oh shit, this is what I was supposed to been doing. This is what I was meant to be doing right here. So everything that I did over there just got me prepared for what it is that I have to do right now and what I'm doing today. So I would say it played like 100% role in, you know what I'm saying, what it is, because I feel like I don't take nothing for granted at me being 25 years old. I'm about to be 25 in 2 weeks, bro. You've been knowing me since I was 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think me growing into that, I didn't understand. It's just a day-by-day process of you growing and becoming a man and maturing. I didn't know that, like, me going and being hands-on in the streets and being from where I'm coming from and embracing it and wanting to be there, I didn't know that was gonna really just build this armor plate that I have naturally now, where I go out and I'm able to, like, this shit nothing. The blogs and the negative press and all that shit that you get in the adversity that come with this business is like a cakewalk. That shit like in school detention compared to what I was up against. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so it's like it's kind of fun. I'm actually blessed. I'm happy to be able to, you know what I'm saying, say that I got my full swag and confidence in everything that I possess now as a man, from being in some of the most fucked up situations and messed up environments that you could even imagine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually grateful.
And that's so, like, to me, man, that, that's something that I feel like young men everywhere and young people everywhere need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know that the battle don't fucking stop.
No.
It literally just changes its outfit. It changes its outfit. It goes home, it takes a fucking shower, and it gets up the very next day, and it may look different, smell different, but it's the same fucking battle. You know what I'm saying? So that's extremely dope. Which actually leads into my next question, which is, how has the birth of your son? Because I think we see the relationship, bro. It's uncanny, bro. He literally, you with a head full of hair, same mannerism, same everything. How has the birth of your son, how has that altered how you decide to move, both as an artist and as a man?
I think I would say just the birth of my son in general, bro, it changed everything about like me and how I think and how I move 100%, because I grew up in a two-parent household. I grew up with my father. I just got off the phone with my dad today. We've been together. Him and my mom been together since they were 16, 19 years old. So I have some type of like foundation as to how I want to father my son, how I want to father my child, from looking at everything that my dad did right and that he did wrong that I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, like, every day I get up and I got to think about what I'm putting on the internet or what I'm saying or how I control my emotions and how I control my feelings and everything as a man, and even how I conduct business and shit like that. I gotta make sure that I'm doing everything the right way for him. Cause he 2 years old, but don't get me wrong, like he know exactly who his dad is. He depended on me in every way I couldn't even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like he getting up, want to call me on FaceTime, he want to listen to my music. It's like everything. So it's like anything that he want or need or desire to do to make sure that he's set straight. And I'm not talking about just material shit or that. I'm talking about him actually finding himself as a man. If I die tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I only get him 10 years of, you know, my life, that'll be just all building foundation where he know he got to go out here and conquer the world the same way I did and be a leader before anything. As long as you be a leader, everything else come after that because you're able to make your own mistakes and learn from them because you led yourself to those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing that, and that's shit that my dad taught me. So that's how like he affect everything that I got going on. Of course, just me wanting to make sure that I'm the most fun nigga that he ever met. You know, that he want to kick with me, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I try to do that. Like fuck all of just being a parent. Oh, I got a son, I got a responsibility. But it's like I want him to take on the role of dependent on me. I want to be completely 100% responsible for every decision that he make in his life up until the point where he say, I did. I want to make my own decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be a part of every decision he make, from going to school to outfits to whatever the fuck he want to do in life, desire to do. I just want to be a part of them decisions. So me knowing that, I got to make sure I'm making the right decisions for myself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's just a cycle like that, bro.
That's what's up. So like, a couple more drinks. I want to get into some music stuff because we're watching
that's fun shit.
We're watching her, the artist, turn into her, the businessman.
Yeah.
And we know that. Well, a lot of people may not know that he a part of the camp, but I know your cousin just dropped a record. So how is it? But how is it going from being the artist and everybody know Herb, everybody know Herb and Bibby, everybody know G Herb, everybody. How is it now introducing new artists to the scene?
It's, you think the thing with me is like I feel a responsibility because I'm an artist and I know the creative, the ins and outs, the ups and downs that it takes. So it's like I'm not really trying to sign an artist or blow an artist up from a CEO standpoint. I'm gonna talk to you from a CEO and an artist standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And a big brother point of view. And with saying that, it's like I feel like you gotta leave room for artists to make mistakes, and you gotta let them know that it's always gonna be room for you to make mistakes, and you're gonna have to make mistakes and learn from them. But I want it to be strategic, where if I ever put my co-sign or put an artist in a situation, and that's why even every artist that I ever co-signed, ever did any type of business with in general, I always left it room where they could know, like, I can't hold you up. I don't want to hold you up. I want you to be fully 100% creative and knowing I want to drop my music today, tomorrow, how I want to drop it. I always wanted to have artists to be able to have that. And even if you make a mistake with doing that, I let you do that because I had to do the same thing. And that's how you teach an artist the business, where they know I don't want to do it this way, because everything that worked for me may not work for the next artist. A lot of times us as artists, we look at our peers and the artists that we look up to like, I want to do my shit exactly like that. But it may not necessarily work for you doing it that way. You should do it like what you feel is natural, what you want to do, not just because you see it and it's working and it's something you want to do. Everybody want to get to a certain stratosphere, a certain point. We gonna get there with the hard work. But what made you start rapping in the first place? Stick to that. You know what I'm saying? And I think with me having that mindset as an artist, because I know what it took to get where I'm going, I feel I kind of got like a cheat code when it comes to breaking an artist, or when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, building something, because we building it all organic, all natural. We not forcing nothing. We ain't got to even spend no crazy money, because now the days that we in with the time, you can just push it out. It's back like how we was doing it on YouTube. It's just streaming it. It's the same shit. So it's like we could just be creative in the sense of we just living a lifestyle. We promoting, we selling the lifestyle right now. We not doing shit else. Like me, I'm a humble dude. I don't flex. But I would love to have one of my artists with me every day, and we spending money, and you see how we doing and seeing the cars we driving and shit like that. I sell my lifestyle through an artist before I sell it through myself. And that's a good way to kind of break an artist, you know what I'm saying?
My man, that's, man, say that again, brother. Like, that's insane to even for you to have that mindset. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a testament to who you are.
Yeah.
And so, kind of, this is all kind of flowing. How has, obviously, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, and festivals, shows, everything is stopped. So, where has your drive turned?
Yeah,
because y'all know you a road rat. You love to be on that road.
I love being on that road. And it's really crazy because and I've been saying it's so crazy how we going through this shit right now. The thing that's been really keeping me creative and what I merged on to, other than being on the road and adjusting to not doing shows, is like making my music as visionary as possible. Like with my next project, I'm trying to do a real movie, like a short, like some streets is watching, paid in full, belly, fucking some real shit.
I got
some
another
killer
one for
season.
You gotta look at you gotta check out Prince Paul.
Yeah.
Prince Among Thieves. That'll give you.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. And it ain't. And what I mean with that, I'm just saying I'm not even doing like the cliche hood rap shit, movie cinematic, shoot 'em up, bang bang. No, this is about my life. It's going about. It's tapping into mental health. It's tapping into choices that we make, being in the streets and thinking you don't have choices, not having so many resources or opportunities around, but you always got a choice. And you could make the choice. And that's what I want to really talk about through my music. And, I mean, I ain't talk about because I always talked about it, but I want to be able to visualize it in a way where you can really help people in a cinematic way. So I've been really like mastering that. I'm finna spend some crazy money, like down there $500,000 on some shit, a real movie where I do it that way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that right now, like as we speak. We in the process of talking about the shit, clearing budgets, cast and the storyline, the music, all that, everything. So, and not even that, not only that, but like not being able to do shit, cause my shit, you know, I love being on the road, bro. I was just, the pandemic just shut down my tour. I was in the middle of tour when the shit just went down, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just really blessed to not even be able to have to force myself to go on the road. I think I'm just taking this time to be creative and just try to be able, when I do have to go out there and my face be seen again and I go be on the road, I need to make this shit bigger than life. That's why I'm focusing on my little cousin and shit like that, because that's easy. I can still break artists and still focus on this side of the music, because I don't think I ever been in like a time or just a point in my career where I could kind of like sit back and play chess with this shit. Like really say, all right, I want to focus on this for some time. I want to do this for some time. I always just been working, just grinding in the studio, on the road, like doing everything. But now I can really sit back, like, all right, I ain't even got to go to the studio every day this week. Like I could go this day. I could just focus on this shit. I could travel, get my mind right. I could just chill, spend time with my son, and having that, I think I'm able to like plan much more. And with this shit going on, I don't even want to do shows right now. I don't even want to do shows until the shit like really grow. I want to make this shit bigger than life. So that's why I've been doing all the shit that I've been doing back at the crib and shit like that, just trying to keep myself busy. But I've been focused on the music and trying to like make this shit a real visual, like make it where it's like you understand me. Not only because my music always been something where I want people to understand me and this. Like this, I'm G Herbo. I come from there. This was going on over here is fucked up. I'm trying to make a way for me and these people over here and everybody else who going through this. I'm finna teach you a way to make a people way for you and yours. We gonna come together and that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And my music always was supposed to been that. So now I'm actually being able to put it in y'all face, like actually show you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been on.
So last two joints, these are the last joint is a fan question. So you just spoke on what you speak on in your music, and recently we've seen more Herb speaking on mental illness. So if we could touch on that real quick, how important is that initiative to you? How important is it for you to realize the things that we went through growing up, and now there's multiple generations that need that information that we didn't have a Herb telling us about mental illness. So how important is that, and what made you get into speaking on mental health?
The whole mental health initiative and everything, you know what I'm saying, that I represent with mental health, it's been important because, man, you know this, bro. You know I come from St. Nathan Essence, like everybody over there suffering from this shit. And it's like we get judged bad. Not even, it don't have nothing to do with us not being able to understand, because we able to completely function. Like you could take us out of this environment, clean us up, put us on the soup, take the most smart, intellectual person from over there and teach him how to do business, and he'll go out and make you $1 billion from your firm. So it ain't even about us not understanding that we don't really, that we not tapping into our mental stability and our mental health or mental awareness to be able to make something of it. That's a whole nother story. It's about the simple fact that we going through this and people actually judge us for it, and people looking at it like this is the problem and there is no solution. Like they just, oh, I don't know what's wrong with the kids. They crazy. Shoot them up, bang, bang. And there's nothing to do about it. Hell no, because it's like I was one of the wildest. You know, like I was in the middle of everything, anything you could name in Chicago, all of the baddest shit, the worst shit. I hung with them. Those my peers, those my brothers. I know them. I rung with the best, rung with the wildest, all of it. So it's like we don't even want to be outside no more, man. We don't want to do nothing. We ain't on shit. We don't want to get shot at. We don't want to hold guns. We don't want to do none of that shit. And that's because we actually see it's an alternative. I had to make a real choice. That's why I was saying, like, even with the project, when I was talking about the shit that I'm doing with the music and the movie, it's about choices. I had to make a real choice to say, I don't want to do nothing no more. I'm finna focus on rap 100% completely. And it was one of the toughest decisions I ever made in my life, but that was a conscious decision, and that go back to my mental. I was really willing to put my life on the line every day and risk my life and my freedom for something that I thought was right, because that was all that I was taught. That's all that I ever seen. That was a cycle of everything that we knew growing up. So me really putting a magnifying glass on mental health and mental awareness is me saying that I am a product of that, and this is something that needs to get treated. You know what I'm saying? Not even treated in a sense where like we in the hood and got therapists, everybody doing therapy sessions. No, where we bringing resources into the community and show you that these same kids who you call them hooligans, he actually got a talent. He actually is. He know how to play back. He know how to draw. He an artist. He's smart. He could have a fucking 4.0 GPA if you just actually post some resources into him. You know what I'm saying? You tap into this person's brain. He done seen murders. He done seen his mother do drugs. He done seen this, that, and the third. And you think that don't you really play or take a toll on his mental awareness, his mental stability? It's only 8 hours in the school day. It's 16 other hours outside that you have to go out and fend for yourself and have this survivors, you know what I'm saying, instinct and all of this shit. And I want people to really understand that this is what I've known and this is what I've been accustomed to all my life. And if that ain't, you know what I'm saying, a mental illness, then I don't know what it is, you know. So that's why it's important to me, because I am that. I am a product of it. And it's important because I have people who I still love and care about, my family, who are still in those environments, who you can't save everybody, but people who actually want to do better for themselves and actually want to take care of their families. And when I was in a position where I was able to, you know, take care of myself and not risk or jeopardize my freedom, even though that was all I knew, when I was able to know and do more and strive and have aspirations to want to do so, I cut it loose. And I feel like everybody else would do that if you give them the opportunity to. And, you know, and it's only because they don't have it mentally, you know. Like they going through so much shit.
A lot of it is seeing you. I think seeing you do it and knowing. Like if you're from the city, you know. We know. You know what I'm saying? So I think the kids just seeing you take that initiative is everything. Mm-hmm. You know, we didn't have that scene. The scene that we got now,
right.
You know, saw everything you did with Vic and with Joey. We didn't have that growing up. We had Twista, we had Kanye, but even that crew was more business.
It was business, and even like, and it was always the same shit. It was always the same shit going on, murders, all the same bad shit.
Yep.
And it's not even about like just pointing mental health. Everybody is grasping on to the PTSD and mental health because it's like, oh, me too. I'm a victim too.
What this has
I've been shot too. My brother been killed too. My brother, my sister, everybody. I'm a part of this too. So it's like, then we tap into it like, oh, he has to have a mental illness. He's seen this. He's seen. It's scientifically proven. If you're gonna get somebody who really not even scientifically proven, it's like it's a fact. If you're gonna get somebody who's been to, you know, Vietnam or whatever, that's seen a murder, this, that, and the third, these same people saw it at 12 years old. So that's why I'm just pointing to it, so you could really put a magnifying glass on mental health and mental awareness, because you need to be aware that this is what's going on and why, you know, and this is what we could do to fix it. It's not just about you know, pointing a finger on the problem. It's about cause, effect, and solution at the end of the day. You know, like what we gonna do.
And I think that's what they see you bring. It's not like I'm here Monday, but I'm gone Tuesday.
Right.
You like, no, I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like,
exactly.
So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna point the problem out, but also give solution. I think that's what's inspiring. Even for me, I'm older than you, but I'm inspired by that. By saying you're gonna do something and just putting your boots on the ground and doing it. So to close this up, so fan question. Everybody wants to know.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Do we get a Herb and Bibby project?
Yeah, man,
Ever
bro.
in life?
If I could stop time and just pause it and say, man, come on, baby, let's do this shit, bro. I would stop everything that I got going on and really do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think he would too. And I just want to say, like, bro, on some business shit. But bro, that nigga still know how to rap. For all you rappers, everybody that think this nigga, like, hey, that nigga still one of the hardest niggas I heard right in that period, and he could get on wax and say this shit. And so it's like, I think it's gonna happen. Regardless, it's gonna happen. And I was just really saying, like, I ain't even putting my next project out unless I got a feature from bro on my shit. So that's kind of gonna force him to get in, and you know, that's gonna force that to happen because that's gonna put more pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? I probably shouldn't even be saying this out loud right now, but I'm gonna trick him, man. I'm gonna trick his ass in that booth for sure. I'm gonna trick him in that motherfucker.
Man, brother, I appreciate the time. I hope this is extremely informative for the day one fans. The fans that remember After Life. The fans that, you know what I mean, remember Gangway. I hope this was, and we continue to build. I want to, you know, as more
for
things
sure.
come
you
out,
know,
I'm
we
going to
locked in
continue
for
to
life,
build.
man.
Absolutely.
We locked in for life, brother.